Welcome to Bible Tea, where we spill the truth straight from Scripture. Today's tea is called Jonah and his Uber ride. And trust me, Jonah did not select Uber share for this ride. So today's segment is a direct continuation of last week's episode on Jonah chapter 1. And we are jumping into Jonah chapter 2. Okay, so boom. Last week, we saw that Jonah tried to ghost God. We saw him he bought a ticket in the opposite direction and ended up getting straight up yeeted into the ocean during a Category 5 storm. And we left off with God sending a massive fish to swallow him whole, right? So now some of you guys might think getting swallowed by a fish is the end of the story. But see, sometimes God will allow you to get trapped in a dark, tight, and maybe uncomfortable space just to get your undivided attention. Jonah is sitting in the belly of this fish for 3 days and 3 nights, guys. 3 days and 3 nights. It's dark. It probably smells like old seafood in there. It's slimy. And he has absolutely nowhere to run. He can't buy a ticket out of this one, And hold on. Let me pour a little more extra tea on those 3 days and 3 nights. Because this wasn't just a time out for Jonah, guys. It was like a prophetic trailer for the greatest comeback in history. So centuries later, Jesus himself said that just like Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights, the Son of Man would be in the heart of the earth. Jonah's situation looked like a graveyard, but God was turning it into a womb for his resurrection. So what does Jonah do? In chapter 2, Chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "Then Jonah prayed to the Lord, his God, from the inside of the fish." Jonah prayed to the Lord, his God, from the fish's belly, guys. Look at that shift, right? In chapter 1, Jonah was completely silent. God spoke to him, and Jonah didn't say a word. He just ran. Hightailed it. He booked it out of there. When the ship captain told him to pray, he went to sleep instead. But notice, guys, how hitting rock bottom suddenly fixes your prayer life. Funny how we can ignore God when everything's going good, right? But the second life starts squeezing us, suddenly we know how to pray. When you're in the dark, guys, stop running and you start talking, right? And Jonah's prayer is wild. He basically says to God, "God, I cried out to you from the depths of despair, and you actually heard me. You threw me into the deep. The ocean currents wrapped around me. Seaweed was literally wrapped around my head, and I thought I was a goner. I thought I was banished from your sight," right? But then he has an aha moment. He realizes that even though he's trapped inside a sea monster, it says a fish, but think about it. In that moment, he's probably thinking it's a sea monster, right? He's trapped inside of this monster. The fish wasn't sent to kill him, guys. The fish was sent to save him from drowning. The fish was actually his Uber ride back to his purpose. Then Jonah drops a major line in verse 8. He says, "Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them." He's basically admitting my stubbornness and my desire to do things my own way was a worthless idol, and I almost blocked my own blessing. So Jonah closes out his prayer with a vow. He's like, "Lord, I'm done running. I will fulfill my assignment. Salvation comes from the Lord. And the exact second Jonah surrenders his will, look at verse 10, guys. Look at verse 10. And God speaks to the fish. And the fish literally vomits Jonah out onto dry land. He didn't just get set free. He got deposited right back where he needed to be. Notice that God didn't change the assignment. He changed Jonah. And that is the T on Jonah chapter 2. The moral of the story: don't despise the dark, the uncomfortable seasons you're in right now. Some of us keep praying for God to get us out, when God is trying to use that season to get us aligned. If this word hit home, go ahead and hit the follow button and smash the like button. Let me know in the comments if you're ready for chapter 3 to see what happens when Jonah finally pulls up to Nineveh. And I'll see y'all next time on Bible Tea. And that's the Bible Tea today. Sip wisely.